Hey everybody, Chris here with Personal 20. It's 6 o'clock. Let's wait another minute. If you can hear me, let me know if there is. And if you cannot, just let me know too. All right, let's wait 30 seconds and then we get started. Cool. Hi Madeleine. All right. Okay, 6:02. So let's get started. All right. So Chris again with Personal 20, and tonight I'm gonna tell you how to cook ribs. Very super easy way to do it. But then before we get started, I just want to mention something. On the on Facebook, it says cook with Chef Christophe. I'm not a chef. I've worked with chef. I know a few things. I know about meat, but I'm not going to pretend I'm a chef. I'm the chef here in that little kitchen, and that's about it. It would be like me saying I'm a chef. It's like me claiming I'm a master trainer like James. That's not the case. All right, so the rib. First, the rib, baby back ribs. It's pork. For people who didn't know that. Let me see. I got to bend over here for the YouTube. So this is a baby back rib. There you go. From Balducci's. So of course it's a good one. The baby back ribs, it's the part of the back. It's against the backbone, and it's basically the breast part, but directly against the backbones. There is two kinds of ribs. There is this one, which is called the baby back ribs. They don't call it baby back ribs because it's from a baby pig. It's not from a piglet. It's from a full-size pork. But they call it baby back ribs because the other ribs, which is the spare ribs, is bigger. And the spare ribs, it's the extension of the baby back ribs. So if you picture a pig, that's the back of the pig. The baby back ribs will be there. The head is there, the backbone, and then the spare ribs, it's the continuation of the baby back ribs, and it's a little bigger. They're also very good, but I think I like the baby back ribs better. I think they're a little more tender. They're not as fat. All right. So that said, let's get started. So I'm gonna open it. I already lost my cutter. There it is. Okay, so when you open the ribs, you see that's the vacuum seal there. You don't want to cut like right in the center where the meat is, and you don't want to cut on the other side where the bones are. I'll tell you why later. The best way to open it, it's on the side here. So I got my cutter. I'm gonna make a cut right there. There you go. And I'm just gonna take it off. Hey, oh, by the way, I washed my hands before for 20 or 30 seconds. I forgot to bring some gloves, but my hands are super clean and I got no cuts on my hands. So I'm all good. All right, and there it is. Get rid of that. So that's a beautiful baby back ribs. It smells nice and fresh. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dry it because it's got all kind of moisture. It was in that bag, so we need to dry the baby bag. So I'm gonna use paper towel, and before I do that, we don't wash the meat. It doesn't do anything except then you might cross contaminate your kitchen by splashing water all over where you're trying to wash the rib. If you remember, we did I did a YouTube live. It was season 1, episode 2, I think, about the food safety in the kitchen, and I talk about that. So if you don't remember, go back on YouTube, Personal 20 USA, Personal 20, and look for it. So again, we're not going to wash it. We're just going to dry it. Dry all that moisture. There you go. Let it dry. Something that would have been even better, it's you open it the night before and you let it sit in your refrigerator unwrapped so it gets a chance to dry. That would have been a better way. All right, so now the first step, there is a membrane that runs along the bone. So that membrane, it's better to remove it. Some people say it doesn't make a difference. I think it does. Because as the baby back rib shrinks, that membrane actually shrinks with it, and it shrinks the bone with the bone, the meat, and it makes it a little tougher. And also, if you smoke the baby back, that membrane prevent the smoke from getting into the meat. So it's always good to remove it. So the way to do it, you can ask your butcher to do it, but depending on where you buy it, it's very unlikely you can get that done unless you shop at Baldy Cheese, of course. So I'm just going to show you how to do it. So when you look at the baby back, you got that part that was against the backbone. It's a little thicker, and that's where you have to catch the membrane, right in the center. So I'm going to get a paper towel. I'm going to try to show you that. So you catch it right there. Of course, this one looks like it's going to be a tough one. There you go. All right, now I get it started. Can you see that? Yeah. So you see, I lifted that skin there, and now I'm going to put my finger under, and then you just pull it. It should come as one piece. There you go. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Excellent. There's a little bit left here. So I'm going to get that part too. That's it. All right. So now it's ready to be used. Membrane is gone. So we're going to season it. Oh, I was supposed to start with the ingredients. Let me wash my hands. Okay, that wasn't 20 seconds, but I'm still going to be touching the meat here. All right. Seasoning. You can use whatever you have at home. You can just use black peppercorn or salt. I like to use this one, actually. I love that seasoning. It's called Borsari. It's a coffee rub. Right there. You can find it. I've seen it at Whole Food. I've seen it at Balducci's. I'm sure Wegmans has it too. It's an excellent rub. They have like 3 or different kind, but for the baby back, the coffee rub is the best one. All right, so you're gonna season that rib. You're gonna go really heavy on it. You want it to be all over the rib. Everything's gotta be covered. Man, that stuff smells super good. All right, so I'm gonna tap it a little bit so it sticks to the meat. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go, maybe a little more there. And here, all right, perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Perfect. It's all over, nice and even. Excellent. Gotta wash my hand again. I'm gonna see if anybody has a question. Okay, that was about 5 seconds. Hi, Connie, what salt do you like? Sea salt? Yeah, sea salt is really good. I think you guys got some fancy salt at home, like that Celtic salt. That would be really good. But also you gotta use black peppercorn, salt and black peppercorn. But you can use whatever you want on the rib. Whatever you like. It's good. You can ribs can take anything as far as seasoning goes. Let me see here. I tried the rub on tofu. Yeah, actually, that maybe the tofu with that rub would be maybe that's something I could eat. All right, so let me see. All right, no more question. All right, perfect. So once you season the rib, the next step is also. Oh, I forgot. While you're doing all that, before you start, turn the oven on bake at 215 degrees. 215, 215. And if your oven's got an option of convection, turn it off. You don't want the convection. You just want just to bake with that convection, 215 degrees. And you want the rack in the oven in the middle. So, 215, it's not going to take long to warm up. Now, the rib is ready, and I'm going to wrap it with aluminum foil. So let me get my foil. So I need a big piece. Perfect. And I want to put it there. And then we're going to wrap. We're going to put the baby back. And we're going to wrap it. Close on the edge there. Go, the other side. And now it's ready to go in the oven. Something about the aluminum foil. Some people question, is it safe to cook with aluminum foil? It is safe. I mean, unless you cook like every night with aluminum foil, down the road it might not be so safe. But if you're gonna cook baby back ribs, once every 2 weeks, or potatoes, wrapping them in aluminum foil, there is no issue. It's you may have traces of aluminum on the meat, but your body will get rid of it. Again, it's the long-term exposure, the repetitive exposure that could be a problem. But if you do it once in a while, it's not an issue. All right, so now I'm gonna put it in the oven. First, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put it on the rack. So I got that little stand there, but you don't need that. You can just directly put it on the tray. All right, so that's ready to go in the oven. So it's going to go in the oven at 215 degrees for about 5 to 6 hours, more on the 6 hour side. So you really got to plan ahead. You cannot overcook the baby back at 215. Even if you leave it for 7 hours, it's going to be fine. But you can undercook it. I've done that before. I thought 5 hours would have been enough, and it wasn't. It was kind of a little firm. It was good, but not as good as it should be. So that I'm not going to cook this one now. That's going to be for tomorrow. But I already got one start it in the oven, and it's 6 o'clock, so it's been 6 hours. My wife put it today at 12, so I'm gonna get that one out, and I'm gonna finish it. There you go. So that one's been cooked. It's been cooking for 6 hours. Let me wash my hand. Let's see what it looks like. Oh man. It smells so good. All right. So I don't know if you can see that. So that the baby back rib is cooked. You know, it's been there for it was in the oven for 6 hours at 215 degrees. So there is a lot of juices. Don't worry about it. Just leave it in there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of barbecue sauce. Again, whatever barbecue sauce you like. I like this one here. It's a good old stub. It's fairly inexpensive, and it's a good sauce. So you're gonna put it on top. That's it. Nice. I'm not cooking that baby back for myself. I'm gonna give that to someone, and that person mentioned she likes a lot of sauce, so I'm gonna put a lot of sauce. So now I'm gonna spread that sauce even. There you go. Perfect. Man, that thing just smells so good. All right, now I'm gonna put it back in the oven. What I want to do is that barbecue sauce. I want to caramelize it on top of the baby back. So I'm gonna put it in the oven, but this time I'm gonna put it on broil. So 6 inches from the top, and you're gonna turn the oven on broiler for about 3 minutes or until the fire alarm goes off. That's usually what happens for me. So I gotta adjust the rack. Is it hot? It's manageable. All right. And there it goes. Broil. And I want to put a timer for 3 minutes. So we got 3 minutes to kill here. So anybody has a question? Anybody watching? Oh yeah. Okay, we got 3 minutes to kill, so you guys need to ask a question. All right, no question. So look, I'm just going to talk about, in the news, we heard about there is no meat left. Meat grocery store won't have any meat. It's not true. That whole thing started with a plant. It's called Tyson Meat. They were forced to close because they had in one of their poultry plant they had a lot of people who tested positive for the virus. And it's a big company, but so they got kind of upset and they had to close. And that guy put an ad in the newspaper saying that the meat supply would be we would run out of meat and blah blah, and the media picked up on that, and so last week it was pretty crazy busy. People were stocking up on meat, and they kind of managed to create a little bit of shortage because people were ordering meat, but the meat supply is fine. Some plants are closing, some other are reopening, like the one where my son works, Greenlee, Colorado. It's actually the biggest one when it comes to meat. They do 4 to 5% of the meat production, the beef production, and so they had to close for the same reason. But they clean up and they reopen. They're not running 100%, but some close, they clean up, they reopen. There is no problem with the meat. if you go to Baluchis, I posted a picture on Facebook. We're like fully stocked, no issues. Okay, so yeah, Carmen, that's the question you were asking me. I guess I just answered it. All right, so there is like less than a minute left. I gotta check to make sure I'm not burning, because once the barbecue sauce got sugar, so you really gotta watch out. It burns pretty quickly when it gets when it gets pretty hot. So I'm gonna check in there. That looks good. I'm gonna leave it a little longer. What will you serve with it? Oh, perfect. I was going to talk about that. What I like to do with it, it's usually we make something very simple. We do macaroni and cheese and broccoli. That's oh, yeah, comes the alarm. Let me check. Oh man, this is perfect. Actually, no. It needs another minute. All right, I gotta leave it for another minute. Yeah, so what I serve with it is hey, what's up, Dan? It's broccoli and cheese. What am I saying? Macaroni and cheese and broccoli. But something else. Actually, I've never done it before, but I was thinking about it today. I want to show you when the baby back is cooked. I should be able to remove the bone. I should be able to just to pull the bones. And I was thinking, what would be really good? It's you pull all the bone out and make a sandwich with it, like your favorite bread. So for me, it would be a baguette with some onions, red peppers, and green peppers, and you dice it and you saute it with a little bit of olive oil. You toast your bread and you put the vegetables on the bread, and then the boneless baby back on top, and that would be good. I gotta try that. All right. Let me see. Oh, I put it for now. I'm good. I'm not showing that time. Okay, it's starting to smoke now. I think this is going to be good. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm not going to touch that. That's going to be hot. I don't know if you can see it. It's slightly burned on top. I mean, not burned, but it's got the perfect color there. So I'm going to get rid of all the juices here. Where is it hot? We don't want pieces of aluminium foil. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna change the aluminium. Okay, when you lift it, you gotta be careful because that thing might just fall apart. Yeah, it's gonna fall apart. Let's try with that. That's always the hard part. Oh, perfect. Nice. Right, let me get rid of that. Okay. Oh man, this is good. You can see it. So look, look how tender that thing is. This is the bone. Look, I can just pull the bone like that. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to resist it. Pumpkin's gonna be happy. So that's it. Baby back rib is done. That one came out perfect. Someone's gonna be really happy tomorrow. It's just, you can tell it's falling apart. The bones are coming off. It's excellent. Good job. All right, I'm gonna wrap it. Okay, so let me recap real quick. So the baby back ribs, you open it, you dry it, you're gonna pull the skin. You can review the video on how to do it. Put your seasoning, lots of seasoning on it on both sides. Wrap it with aluminum foil. You're gonna cook it in the oven, 215 degrees, 215, for 6 hours. And don't open the oven. Just forget about it. Like my friend says, if you're looking, you're not cooking. Every time you open that door, you lose all the heat. So don't open it. Just leave it in there. After 6 hours, you take it out. Barbecue sauce. Put it all on top and evenly, one nice even layer. And you can, the barbecue sauce, you can serve it after. And you put it back in the oven, broader, about 6 inches from the top. And it took me 4 minutes to get that nice glaze there, that barbecue sauce caramelized on top. Set it for 3 minutes, and then you look at it. And if you need another minute, then just do one more. But be careful, because again, the barbecue sauce burns really quickly. So that's it. Do you guys have any question? Does your daughter mind the smell of the meat in the house? No, not really. I mean, it's a choice she made not to eat meat. So she doesn't give us hard time because we eat meat. All right. I'm gonna stay one more minute. If you guys can think. McRib, yeah, that's me. Oh, common macaroni and cheese. Well, yeah, I mean, that's baby back ribs. That's an American dish. Actually, when I started as a butcher in France, we didn't cut the ribs. I mean, this ribs is basically the pork chop, but it's just the bone. So we will have the pork chop, but we will not remove the bone. And last time I went on vacation, I actually saw that, and they were doing the same as here. Now you can buy the baby back ribs there too. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, you are so American. Well, maybe when it comes to food, barbecue. Nobody does better barbecue than, in my opinion, than here in the US. Barbecue, it's if you go to Texas, it's a religion there. I actually bought a book. I mean, it's about that thick, and it's just about barbecuing and the stuff they do. It's amazing. Yeah. All right, so that's it. I'm done. Don't forget, tonight we have. Oh wait, Connie said I skipped 2 of your questions. Oh, the wine. Actually, with rib, I'd probably go for beer, not for wine. But you pick any wine you like. You said you had another question. Yeah, we already talked about what we will serve with it. Yeah, everybody asking the same question. And for me, it's I like macaroni and cheese with broccoli, but so some people do potato salad. Well, I mean, what's good about the ribs? It's you can do so many things with it. You can serve it with everything. It's not very complicated. All right. Oh, I think the dogs smell the ribs. They're coming now. All right, guys. So tonight at 7 p.m. we have the group training, And tomorrow, the YouTube live, it's Carmen, and she's gonna be doing brownies. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, that's it. Good night, everybody, and I'll talk to you guys later.